Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Pardon My Imagination. My name's Jasmine, and today I am going to be introducing basically my December TBR, essentially, because it's probably all the books that I'll read. But I'm going to be doing a 12 days of Christmas, and I'm going to spend 25 days from the 1st of December to the 25th of December reading 12 books. Now, how I picked this 12 books was I used a randomizer, and basically all the unread books that I had on my bookshelf, I just chose a number and then I counted. Well, I didn't really count actually. I have all my books laid out on an Excel spreadsheet of read and unread, and I just randomized the number. Then I scrolled through my Excel sheet and I picked the book that was on there. So I'm just going to show you guys what books I actually picked, and this is basically going to be my December TBR. So let's just get into it. The first book that I have for December is Staten Island by Tom McCarthy, and I don't really know what this book is about. I got it from the dollar store, and it says basically a gist. Tom McCarthy captures as only he can the way we experience our world, our efforts to find meaning or just to stay awake and discern the narratives we think of our lives. So, just a book that I got at the dollar store. Gonna be honest, I picked it up because of the cover. So, yeah, this is gonna be on my TBR. Next book I have on my TBR is The Merciless, and this is by Danielle Vega. I actually don't know what this series is about. I seen it on sale at Barnes & Noble, like, 6-7 months ago, and I picked it up. This is the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition, and I ripped the tag off because I just didn't like it. So I kind of was reading the beginning of it, and I don't want to read the synopsis because I want to go in not knowing. But if you do know anything about it, let me know down in the comments. So maybe I'll pick this one up first. Not sure. The next book is also another book that I got at the dollar store. Obviously, throughout my videos, you're going to find a trend that majority of the books that I have on my bookshelf are from the dollar store. So, yeah, that is The Extraordinary Union, a novel of the Civil War by Alyssa Cole. And this book is basically about two people. It's about Ella Burns, who used to be a former slave, became free, and then she goes back down to the South to be a spy for the Union. And then it's also about Malcolm McCall, who is a detective, and essentially doing the same thing that she is. So I don't know, maybe they're crossed the path or something like that. Not sure. Just a book that I picked, so I'm planning on reading it this month. The next book I have is Stuck in Neutral by Terry Truman, and I got this at the Goodwill. The book cover said, "My name is Sean McDonald. I am 14 years old, and I think my father is planning to kill me." That's why I picked this up. I'm really glad that this is a short read because some of the books that I have on my TBR are super long. So, can't wait to read it. Maybe I'll read this first. Just kind of, not that I've been in a reading slump, but I did just get done reading 3,000 pages last month. So, I'm not really in the mood to read, but we'll see. The next book on my TBR is Nantucket Blue by Lila Howland. And from the synopsis, I kind of got that it's about two girls that go on vacation for the summer, and then something happens between the two, and one of them realizes that they don't really know the other as much as they thought. They're supposed to be best friends, and it just sounds like a coming of age, really. Losing your friend, learning things about it, who knows, don't know. Just a book that was on my shelf that I got, so gonna read it. The next book that I have that I also got from the dollar store, again, is Little Brother by Cory Doctorow. Oh, and it's blurbed by Scott Westerfield that did The Uglies. And I also have all those books on my shelf. I'm actually excited to read this. After I read the synopsis of it, it's about a kid named Marcus. He's a teenager, and him and some of his friends just happened to be at the wrong place at the wrong time, and they were hackers, so they get detained by the Department of Security because they think that they're terrorists when a terrorist attack happens. So super excited to read this. Yeah, I just read another book that kind of dealt with hacking, or some really like Oh yeah, Illuminate kind of gave me that hacker vibe, so I'm like so happy to. I'll probably read this first, honestly. Like, next book that I have is The Alchemist by Michael Scott. The Secrets of the Immortal Nicholas Flamel. I have seen these books around for years, and I always told myself I was going to read them, but I never did. And then I think this was on sale at Barnes and Noble. It was like buy two get one free for the paperback, so I picked this up because it was on there. So excited to read it. It's just basically about a guy named Nicholas Flamel who has a secret of eternal life. So we'll see. The next book that I found through Naya Reads and Smiles, and it's called Tiger Lily by Jodi Lynn Anderson. And this book is basically, it's a retelling, but it's not a retelling. It's about the princess that is in Peter Pan. It's told from her perspective, because originally her and Peter were supposed to be together, and obviously that's not what happened when Wendy came into the picture. So super excited to read this. I'm really happy that it got picked. Now we're coming to some of the books that are a little bit long on this TBR, which is why I'm saying that I'm probably not going to read anything else, and this is just going to be it, even though I'm doing like a readathon, because I'm doing 12 and 25 days, but not really. But the next book is We Are the Ants by Sean David Huckelson. And I know a lot of people have read about this. This is about, it does have a gay romance in it, but only for a little bit. And it's about a kid named Harry who is gay and had a boyfriend, but didn't really come out with anyone or something like that. I can't remember, but I just know that his boyfriend dies, and then he kind of like wants to die too or something, but then he gets abducted by aliens, and the aliens give him an option, like either you can choose to save society or not. They're like giving him this decision, but since his boyfriend just died, he kind of is conflicted and he doesn't know what he wants to do. That's kind of all I got from that. This is also recommended from Naya Reads and Smiles. So just the way she described it, I was like, I have to pick that book up. So I did, and I'm glad I'm finally getting to it because I've had it on my shelf for a few months now. So we'll see. The next book that I have on my TBR, and a book that I'm sure everyone has read, everyone loves. I never got to it. I just honestly didn't know about the book until the movies came out, and honestly I rarely remember the movies, and that is Divergent by Victoria Roth. And I'm sure everyone knows what this book is about. I kind of just know that it's a dystopia, and it's based on the society is broken up into 4 different groups or something like that, and then they learn their skills or something, and they like compete. I don't know. I just know that I have it and all the rest of the series on my bookshelf. I plan on reading it. Everyone loves this book, so I've heard. So I'm just going to dive into it. And another book that everyone has read and everyone has on their TBR. Everyone loves this series. I've never read it. My sister read it when we were younger, and that's like all I knew about it, but I never read it. And that is City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. Now, this one actually didn't get picked on my randomizer. One of the books in the series got picked, so obviously I wasn't going to be able to read that book because I haven't read the series. So I just picked the first book of the series instead of re-randomizing. So I didn't want to cheat or anything. But yes, this is a book. I have no idea what this book's about. So yeah, I'm going to read it. And the last book that I have on my TBR for the month of December is actually a manga, and I'm so excited because I bought this book a long time ago, and that is Erased by Kai Sanbi. Ki Sanbi, I don't know, but it is Erased, and this graphic novel is about a 29-year-old struggling graphic artist. But it just says, then one day everything changed. A terrible incident altered Satoru's life. Basically, this book is about the character named Satoru, who encounters one of his childhood classmates, and she was kidnapped and murdered when he was a boy. So it seemed very interesting. I'm gonna read it, and I'll obviously do a wrap up at the end of the month so you guys can see if I actually got through all of these books. And granted, it's only 12 books in 25 days, but some of these books are pretty long, so we'll see. That's all I have for you guys today. If you guys are interested on doing this, reading 12 books in 12 days, or if you're just gonna read any books, if you plan on participating in anything on BookTube, let me know down in the comments so I can keep up with it. Let me know what you're reading this holiday season. I know it's kind of boring because I'm not reading any holiday books, but like I said, I'm not buying any books. So even though there was a ton of holiday books I could have bought, because I've seen a lot of people recommend it, I don't want to buy any books. Now, I did buy books because I got rid of, I think I got rid of about 40 books. So I did buy books, but I didn't buy any Christmas books because I already had this video planned out and I already had the books picked and I didn't want to change it. So I know I'm not reading any Christmas books, but I mean I am reading 12 books. So yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment, and if you didn't like it, don't like and subscribe. I don't know why you're here.